G'day, welcome to another edition of TCW Unauthorized. I'm Itchee the Ref, and I've got two special guests with me today. First one, TCW superstar Dominic Knight, all the way from Georgetown.
Thanks for having me, Itchee.
No worries. And the other one is a new superstar. This is exclusive footage of TCW's next big superhero, TJ Thunder.
Yeehaw, boy! That's right, I'm TJ Thunder, and I'm more than happy to be here. My voice is going to change, I guess, with Itchee the Ref and my nemesis, maybe, with Dominic Knight.
Already?
Yeah, we wrestled each other. It was more of a beating back at Summer Beats earlier this year.
Summer Beats.
But we've sorted all that out. I'm man enough to shake his hand. I guess that's not going to happen.
No.
But we're here to talk about, what is it? Aftershock?
TCW Aftershock. Yeah, Aftershock this time, not Aftermath.
Yeah.
Quite a good show. I think everyone enjoyed it. We started off with Dean Nixon versus the main character, Will Walker. Came all the way down from Victoria. And it was a great way to start the show. Very fun. You got anything to say to that?
Dean Nixon, he brought out his shopping trolley full of goodies. They didn't look like the most lethal items. But
Very dangerous weapons Dean Nixon had.
But I want to know what Dominic Knight thought, like, not teaming with Dino, seeing how Dino's going separately there.
Oh, there's no issue between me and Dino. I'm pretty happy that he got the win for himself. I don't know what makes Will Walker the main character. That's interesting to me, but happy Dino got the win over him.
Yeah. It's both comfortable doing your own thing and both finding success.
Oh, definitely, yeah. And I'm sure we'll meet again one day, but at the moment we're doing our own thing.
Yeah, fair enough. That's good to hear.
I remember watching the preview to Aftershock, and there's talk about so many interstaters coming down. So impressions of Will Walker being in the TCW show.
Had a lot of character.
Yeah, the main character even.
Yeah. A lot of energy to him. I think the crowd really got behind him. I think it reminded us of an old TCW legend, Chris Lockwood.
Yeah.
Some people may disagree with that, but
Just an appearance, or
yeah, bit of everything. You see the resemblance.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I definitely, I can absolutely see that as well. I did like Dino with the thumbtack-like structures of the packing peanuts.
They were hell to clean up after the match. I spent so much time out there looking like an idiot, scraping all these packaged peanuts into a cardboard box.
It was great to see you make your return to officiating duties as well after not being there for a show.
Yeah, my ankle healed up and I was good to go for TCW Aftershock. It was great. Felt good.
how'd you get your ankle?
It was a lingering injury after I was thrown out of the ring by Kilrog. It just got
back
worse
over
and
the top,
worse.
yes.
I eliminated Kilrod.
Yeah, I
you
appreciate
eliminated
that. He
Yeah.
avenged me that time.
You eliminated a lot of people. There was I remember Doomslayer, Mike Murphy, who else? There was a bunch at the beginning as well, I think.
Kilrod was one of them.
Eddie Jones.
Ed Jones,
Yeah,
yeah.
we're going to
that
talk
was
about him
huge.
soon.
We'll forget about him.
Oh, really?
I can't remember. I eliminated so many people. There's probably more on the list.
Yeah, they weren't important.
No, not really. They were eliminated, so it doesn't matter.
They were eliminated.
And how far did you make it in that? You were like the last four, I think, maybe?
Yeah, something like
Right
that.
down to the end there.
You did a bit better than me. Say that
Well,
for
as
sure.
expected.
Yeah.
If I was there, I wonder how I would have gone.
Well, I guess we'll find out if we ever have another run.
Another Rumble. Sure hope so. I'd love to get back on the show. I'd love to wrestle that Mike Murphy even.
But a lot of people seem to hate Mike Murphy.
Yeah, do they?
They seem to.
I know that Doomslayer doesn't like him.
Yeah.
I know that
Have you met
Dominic...
Doomslayer?
Not yet. I know that Dominic Knight, though, bet the crap out of him in nearly record time. He actually bet the time that Doomslayer set for beating him. Beat him by 1 second. So
We should make a leaderboard of how quick people defeat Mike Murphy.
yeah, that would be a good one.
Be good.
I'd like to see that. It'll be a beat the clock challenge, but it's like
Good Mike Murphy challenge, yeah.
beat my Murphy
Well,
challenge.
that's not really the challenge. The challenge. But, yeah.
Speedrun.com.
Yeah, there you go.
Get it down to a fine art. And then we had Eddie Jones with Mr. Sinclair defending against Red Hood. So what was the setup for this? Was a lot of conjecture of who actually was going to be the Eddie Jones opponent.
Yeah. Sinclair's hand-picked opponent for Eddie Jones. He wanted to give Eddie Jones a reasonably challenging start to his reign, but not too challenging. and he chose Red Hood. Red Hood won a match before this?
Apparently he bet Jethro years ago.
Oh, Jethro. It's
Long
kind
time ago.
of like how Mike Murphy didn't win a match and he got a TCW title shot.
No, Red Hood kind of reminds me of Mike Murphy. He made that same person. Like, they don't both know the win, do they?
That's true.
This is just the Mike Murphy
They both
burning.
wear red.
They both wear red too,
Yeah. So, let's go back to Eddie Jones and yourself. You know,
Well, we don't need to do that.
Oh.
do you think is there unfinished business there?
Oh,
Unfinished partnership?
I think there could be. I mean, I am a little annoyed by the fact that, you know, when we split up, I threw him out of the Rumble. I don't think he won a match before he got a title shot. But I haven't lost a match.
Yeah, sure. Yes.
Except for that one. But we won't talk about that. Never again.
But you're the one you walked away.
That's true.
You're
I
the
was
one that
the last man standing. That's the name of the match. That means I won, really, doesn't it?
Eddie Jones had to
So
carry out with Mr. Sinclair and
it's obviously he's mates for Sinclair, and that's right. Sinclair's actually been a little too nice to me, I noticed. So I think he just doesn't want me to.
maybe you're next.
To what?
Yeah, Adrian Alexander, Eddie Jones. What about you become Mr. Sinclair's new buddy one day?
If he wants to pay me, sure.
Yeah, but I don't know if I'll be taking that deal because once he's done with you,
Yeah, throws you away.
you got to have like a backup plan.
I'm pretty big to throw away. I mean,
Yeah.
take him down.
True.
So we'll see what happens.
Yeah.
Well, I'd still love to see Eddie Jones and Dominic Knight face off one day. So I hope we'll get to see that. You might not be interested in that so much, but I know that I am.
That'd be an annihilation match, really.
I think so. Start planting the seeds. But Mr. Sinclair, if you're watching this, let's see that.
Just think about it at least. Anyway,
Maybe the winner gets the services of Mr. Sinclair.
what a prize.
I don't know. I don't know if you want that.
TCW Northwest title, Elliot Grayson successfully defended against Dick Riggs from Venom.
Yes, from
Yeah.
Venom Pro Wrestling. I was down near the audience. I was watching. I wasn't quite dressed like this because I would be way too distracting.
Yes.
But thought the commentary was quite stellar. I don't know how the wrestlers weren't laughing the entire time. I believe you were
I was refereeing
that match. I don't know how you kept it together. There was lots of puns.
Dino has a way with words. So.
Dino was on commentary for that match and he provided great insight.
Yeah, as well as the normal guys that's on commentary. Elliot Grayson, defended the championship. This is my personal match of the night. I thought I really enjoyed this one a lot. Dick Riggs, another newcomer to TCW scene. I thought he did great.
Not a newcomer to Tasmania though. We found out he was born in Tasmania but grew up in Queensland.
So he definitely endeared the audience to him.
Smart. He could have been lying, but everyone bought it. So that's a good way to.
That's what I'm going to do when I wrestle interstate. I'm just going to say that I'm actually from.
If I say from Launceston, not Georgetown, will people start cheering me? Do you think?
Probably.
Well, I don't think anybody likes Georgetown. So.
That's what I'm saying. If I said I was from Launceston, people might, give you a bit more respect for my
Fickle crowd, isn't it?
Yeah, it is.
So yeah, great match. Really hard hitting. I did a lot of 10 counts, so they were both down. I dragged a couple of them out. I want to make sure they were all good because that was probably the toughest match. Like lots of European upcuts, chops, big clotheslines, big moves, and it's like, great respect for those two. Great match.
You don't want a match to end from a double count out or anything.
This is not a title match. What if they call a double knockout in a title match? The title would have to be vacated or something. Like you don't want that.
I know
Vegan's got enough titles. It doesn't really.
Exactly.
I know Penny the ref had a hard time with the main event of Annihilation, where Adrian Alexander was like really hurt and didn't know if he should stop the match. But
How would you know that?
He talked about it on the previous Annihilation
podcast. So next match, Katie Lux versus Ali Galvin versus Skylar Cruz, or so we thought.
Yes, the long-awaited, nearly a year in the making. Perhaps this match was, and it still didn't quite happen. But Skylar Cruz turned up with some leg damage,
an MCL
injury in a wheelchair. So it got turned into a singles match. But this was a lot of fun as well.
This was probably my match of the night, just because of how crazy it was. It kept my mind going because I had to look behind me, I had to look both sides of me, I had to make sure that everything in front of me was all good. And yeah, I was really annoyed with Skylar Cruz. She was up to some mischief, but he was kept the old noggin going. So
when Ali Galvin dumped her out of the wheelchair on the side, I thought that was hilarious.
That made it all worth it. That was my moment of the night.
Yeah.
Anything to add?
Not really. I'm happy Ali Galvin lost. He slapped me in the face once, and my ear was ringing for a few days. So
Quite a
happy
slap.
to see that.
I guess you would have been preparing for your match because that was next. You wouldn't have been.
Yeah, I didn't actually see the match happen live. I watched it back a bit later, so you know.
It's quite a good match. Check it out. Next one, Dominic Knight puts away Kid Valiant, another DMDU guy. He's brought in.
But Kid Valiant, like 6 days off having a match with Robbie Eagles.
Yeah, I was pretty impressed by that.
Yeah.
Yeah, didn't know what to expect out of him. I knew he was obviously pretty small in stature, and I overpowered him pretty easily. But you know, he's pretty quick and he got some kicks in there, but it didn't really matter in the end.
I noticed, like, kept it like, you really got to look around to see which way he's coming. If he's going to zig or zag, hit the ropes, come back and hit you from behind or whatnot. And he's gone on. He's won the DMDU championship.
Oh, has he?
Since then,
I must have had a title match then. I beat him.
I think you might have to.
You might have to book plane tickets soon.
Right? Either you're going over there or you have to bring it down here.
Have you done deathmatch wrestling before?
No, I don't think was his match a death match?
No, that was.
What was it?
That wasn't to the deathmatch championship.
Oh,
it was
actually,
just the other one.
That's alright. I don't need
Bet
weapons.
Royce Chambers for it.
Yeah, Royce Chambers.
You would have seen him from his DDT.
Oh, I haven't watched that far back.
It was a little while ago.
Yeah, I saw he recently retired, which is unfortunate.
Yeah.
So I was hoping that once the border situation in Japan was going to get better, that we're going to see Royce Chambers in DDT again. Yeah, so Kid Valiant versus Dominic Knight could happen again in Victoria.
We'll have to wait and see.
And you just start messaging people about that.
Oh, if you bet him, you should be able to make the calls. You should be able to, like, maybe you need to make a deal with Sinclair, get Sinclair to book him to come back down. So
you could run that title match in Tasmania.
Well, we could do. I mean, I don't know if Deathmatch down there will want him to defend the title against me, knowing that I have never been pinned or submitted, so it's pretty much guaranteed I'd win.
Steal their title, keep in Tasmania.
Yeah, that's true, yeah.
So earlier in the night, before we get to the main event, we also had Liam Lacey come out.
Yeah.
And presented the Liam Lacey Wrestling Championship.
He had a briefcase, and who knows what could have been in there. I was sitting ringside, and I thought, well, what's he got? Has he got the next TCW Hall of Fame award, or is he? That was the old.
Or somebody about to get engaged.
Yeah, maybe Liam Lacey was that proposed to someone. Yeah, the old championship belt was brought in 2014. The Eddie Jones one, first time. He changed it up a bit. He put Liam Lacey Wrestling on it, and he said that he's gonna fight against Mr. Sinclair's TCW because he doesn't like the way that it is now. He wants to bring back the old, hard-hitting, good TCW. So he would defend the Liam Lacey Wrestling Championship independently from Mr. Sinclair's business.
So he has challenged Zach Archer first, but I think Dominic Knight is in line for a championship.
I was just going to mention that. I've been in the company a couple of years now, and 3 separate matches against Liam Lacey. I've won all of them.
Yeah.
So I
was
feel
it 2 tags and a singles? Or
yeah, it was 2 tags and a single. Yeah, but I've won it anyway, so it doesn't matter what it was. He challenged Archer because he hadn't beaten him, that's correct? I think that's what he said. Or...
I'm not sure if that's the case, but it's just like 2 of the originals. I think he just wants to do that one more time, that match. I think they might have wrestled each other 3 times. Or this might be their third.
Wrestled a lot, especially in 2019.
If he gets past Zach Archer, then maybe I should be next in line to challenge for the Liam Lacey Championship.
Yeah.
Do you think you could rename it?
I was thinking that just
Georgetown Championship.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah, the Tamer River Championship, maybe, or the Better River.
The Better River.
Yeah.
So this Liam Lacey Wrestling, what if he runs his own show?
Yeah.
At one point in the year.
Liam Lacey Produce Show.
Yeah.
Yeah. Maybe I can get on that one.
Yeah, we might see some new faces.
Where would we have
no Sinclair.
Down Latrobe or something?
Latrobe.
Is there a sports centre in Latrobe? Community Hall.
Probably wouldn't be a good one. But
probably somewhere that do indoor bowls or something.
There's someone from Latrobe watching who's really offended right now. So
oh, look, they probably had the same thing to say about Penguin. So it's okay.
Maybe Ulster could hold it. Good place.
Look, it'd be less of a drive. That's all I'm going to say.
Yeah,
That'd be good.
So now let's talk about the main event. JJ Storm defeats Dylan Daniels.
Yeah.
Just the grudge match here.
Oh, yeah. There was a lot going into this match. These two had been at each other's throats like the whole year.
Seemingly for forever and ever. And it's like the first time they've actually had a singles match against each other. They've been in the ring together so many times in different capacities. But someone's a special guest referee, or it's a 4-way match, or a 3-way ladder match from Annihilation. So, and now it ends with them teaming up now to take on Eddie Jones and Mr. Sinclair in the next show.
Because after JJ defeated Dylan, Eddie Jones and Mr. Sinclair ran in. They were going to beat up JJ, and they offered Dylan Daniels to land the final blow, but Dylan Daniels opted to attack Sinclair and Eddie Jones.
Daniels came back out and he had the Jonestown singlet on. It's like, oh my god, I can't believe he's going to go to that place. But he didn't go to that place. And he saved the day in the end. And
someone mentioned that was the last Jonestown shirt that he ripped up. So
was it?
Yeah. I believe the commentator mentioned it might have been in the rundown after the show.
I mean, I have one at home. It wasn't the last one remaining.
It was the last one.
Are you joining Jonestown?
Oh, look, I don't like to reveal secrets, so moving on.
Some of the like merchandise and T-shirts for different wrestlers.
Look, they could just make new ones. Like, what's the...
They could very easily.
You've got merchandise, you've got shirts, so. You never know when they're going to run out, and they're going to close down the printing stores. So you need to buy those shirts. If you're at a TCW event, help out the wrestlers by buying their merchandise.
Yeah. How much are these T-shirts?
I think 20 or 30. I don't remember. I just tell them to sell them, and they give me the money.
Yeah. Just buy shirts. Give Dominic Knight your money.
Yeah, true. Just hand me the money. When you try to high-five me, give me money, I'll high-five it.
Yeah. It's just like snatch it. Pull it out of the hand.
Usually high-five the fans, so maybe that would give you some incentive.
Yeah.
You'll be joining up with Zeke and Dito before we know it.
Mr. Moneybags.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I'm not sure about that.
Then you can
Bueno
be
money, but
dragging the Buenos around with you. Do you think I'd make a good Bueno? I could join in with the Bueno boys. I've probably got the look.
I mean, they don't win either, so I should be fine.
Hey, I've only had
TCW title match.
I know I haven't got a win yet, but I've only had one match.
That's true, yeah.
And of all people to lose against,
I mean,
you're gonna.
That's fair. It's a bit harsh on you.
It's a tough task.
I think I've got to see you against someone else before I make a full judgment.
Yeah. Okay. Do you think I'll beat Itchee?
Oh, look, I don't think you know what you'd be up against.
Yeah. I want to have some words with Kilrock. I'm gonna have words with Kilrock and just get some advice.
Oh. Yeah. How do you come into contact with Kilrock?
I don't know. I've got to track him down somehow. He's he showed up one night and then he's been gone again ever since. Yeah. So I'd like to see him back. I'd like to see some more of those old school.
I would like to see Kilrock back.
You wouldn't?
Just personally. No.
Yeah. You have a word with him.
Maybe one day when I'm stronger and I can take my revenge.
Yeah. Okay. Anything else happen on the show? What's down in the German section? You want to translate?
I think we went over this.
Make sure we didn't miss anything.
Yeah.
Oh, we've got to talk about Roman Dino.
Roman Dino, after Ellie Grayson defended his Northwest title, Dino hopped into the ring from the commentary section. He had Roman Dino take on Roman Bryan, is it? In the AFL. Interviewed Ellie Grayson about something I wasn't paying much attention. Hyped up the Jack Jumpers.
Yeah, up the Jackies.
Up the Jackies. You support them?
I do.
That's good to hear. He made a bad remark about Ellie Grayson's cat Steve, and that prompted Ellie Grayson to ask Dino, did you catch the Oscars by any chance? Because you know what happened there? Big smack. Dino went down.
And he said, keep my cat's name out of your mouth. It's hilarious.
Ellie Grayson's up with the pop culture.
Yeah. Absolutely. He should be an influencer. He's the Silver King. He knows what he's doing. He's in the media, for sure.
It came around at the right time. 2 weeks later, that joke wouldn't have been.
Yeah.
And those have been memes and stuff.
It was done to death. So that's the end of the recap. So now for the interview. Do we have any interview questions? We've talked to Dominic Knight. How about how long have you been training? Like let's dig deep into how you came to be in TCW.
How I came to be in TCW? Well, I think it was about 2018 February when I started training.
Oh.
So I've been around a while. I debuted just before the pandemic.
If you're not counting Chile, Skyfire.
Chile's, we're sure we can, but I mean, I can't remember which one it was. Like, was that right in 2019? Or
Longford?
I was at Longford show, yeah. So my first match was the tag. No, sorry, that was after the pandemic, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think there was a show.
Remember you debuted on a proper show, the show after Doomslayer and Mike Murphy did, because you came out and helped Eddie Jones on that show. So that was New Dawn.
That was the first show after the...
Yeah, so October 2020.
Yes.
So your Retaliation.
Yep.
Retaliation?
Yes, correct.
Was the one after, yeah, so December
so it
2020.
There was a time there where it was a bit frustrating, like waiting that extra few months for New Dawn to come around. So I was so close. Oh, you're going to be on the show,
yeah,
and then
it's happening.
Nothing's happening at all. But I got there in the end, and
you teamed up with Eddie Jones, faced Liam Lacey and Cyrus Burns. Did you get the win in that one?
Yes, we won. I think Eddie Jones got the pin.
Yeah,
but, we won. It doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter.
As long as my hand's raised, that's all that matters.
Absolutely.
Well, we can bring up your profile here and just sort of have a look over some of your matches as well. Like, do you have any favourite matches that you've had, or is it maybe the Mike Murphy one, just because it's like
so easy.
done
What
like
I
that,
done with it. Yeah. I did quite like the tag match last December with Dino. That was probably my favourite match so far.
Is that the one where he's attacked Zach Archer in the crowd?
Yes, it was. Yeah,
And
that felt so satisfying. Did someone with a chair.
It's a good strategy.
You never really know what it feels like until you do it.
The crowd hated you guys so much. I remember I was there.
Yeah, I fed off that. That was really.
And it's like these two are the most hated people. Like, wow, just like the heat that you guys were getting from the crowd, and then to see Dino sort of turn around very quickly with this match for Elliot Grayson is like getting this whiplash. Like I want to see how far you two could go as a team still. So hopefully you're not done with Dino. Like I want to.
Well, we don't have tag championships here in TCW, so that's why we need to.
I think if there's
both want gold. So.
If there's also a strong enough tag teams, then surely that it'll make the championships will have to.
They'd have to eventuate.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, there's me and Dino, the Buenos. That's about it, really, isn't it?
Jones,
Sinclair wouldn't. I don't think he'd wrestle.
I think I'd be a great tag team partner of JJ Storm. Just look at us. We've got TJ Thunder, JJ Storm.
It works, doesn't it?
It was just like made to be.
Yeah.
I thought maybe you and Mike Murphy, but
no, I'm not saying Mike Murphy. He's just going to drag me down.
Does anyone want to say with Mike Murphy?
I don't know.
I feel like Liam Lacey and Mike Murphy. I feel like Liam would help him.
Yeah, he'd elevate.
Or he might just drag Liam down.
Yeah,
don't know.
Lots of
Is there anything stopping the
the
Liam Lacey Championship? Is there anything stopping that from being a tag title as well? I mean, I'm sure he makes up the rules.
You could defend it in a tag team match.
As long as Liam Lacey has the belt, it counts.
Yeah. Let's look back over some stuff. There's that tag match. Then we've got the Mike Murphy, Aaron Lynch, just after Mercury was gone and Aaron Lynch came to be. Knocked him down a peg.
Yeah, probably one of my favourite Claymore kicks. Look good on the camera, that one.
Yeah. That was a tougher match for you though, because the win came about when Aaron Lynch was distracted.
That's technically correct, the best kind of correct, but I still would have won anyway if Zeke didn't come out. So you're just assuming I would have lost if Zeke didn't come out. I'm
not assuming anything. I'm just saying that it certainly helped.
How did it feel like here you go, Dominic Knight, 2-on-1 handicap match back at Counterattack? You bet Jose Silva and Red Hood in 3 minutes and 33 seconds.
Was that quicker than Mike Murphy, was it? It was quicker.
Yeah, it was quicker than Mike Murphy.
So yeah, Mike Murphy, but
only just three.
That's how. That was two people.
Yeah, I was still with Eddie Jones there. I believe he's still at ringside. So yeah, I mean, Buenos. I was sick of that crap. I just wanted to get out of there. Put it away.
You dragged them out on the show. No match wasn't supposed to happen.
Yeah, I think so.
Is that how that went down?
I think so.
It's, yeah. When you're just looking at the match.
No, that was the previous show because that was where Andy Rhodes came out.
Yeah.
So,
who I also beat.
so is there any sort of match preparation? You know, you're going to take on two wrestlers that, even though they are the Bono Boys, I'm sure you should take it more seriously, like in preparation. Is there any? You change your diet, you change your training routine, anything like that?
Well, I think that's maybe one thing that's holding me back is I am taking people a bit too lightly.
Yeah.
Even though I'm still winning.
You're still winning.
I know. I think I've got to be a bit more serious and, just take them out quicker and, yeah.
Maybe we should create more opportunities. Next time you see TCW champion in the ring, you're going to take him out.
I could do that, yeah.
Nothing's stopping you.
Eddie Jones. Yeah.
I might get fined by Sinclair, you see, though, so I'm not...
He's a wise financial man.
Yeah.
Can't make those
That was the
decisions.
thing about the money.
That's the only thing stopping me, really.
Yeah, so your debut, like your first show match was, tag match with Eddie Jones, defeat Cyrus Burns, Liam Lacey, and then straight on to Andy Rhodes, still like going straight to like interstate person. So that's
yeah, it was a bit
really
of a step
good.
up, wasn't it? Yeah.
Yeah, a bit.
Didn't have a lot of preparation considering it happened the day. I was having fun with the buenos as you do, and
then Andy Rhodes, the working class hero, comes on, and then it's like, I guess I'm having a match now.
Yeah. So worked out alright though, because I got the win. So
Have we seen Andy Rhodes since then? Oh, I think you might have had that.
The Rumble.
Yeah, he was in the Rumble.
Yeah, the match against Sage.
That was the one before.
I think he actually had a hand in eliminating in that match.
Maybe.
The Rumble's there in July.
I think Aiden Sage and it was at the Rumble show.
Yeah.
I haven't seen Andy Rhodes since Over the Top there.
Is that the last time we saw Aiden Sage as well? I think I can't remember. It's sort of all blurred together in a way.
That was a big year. A lot of shows in 2021.
Yeah, like 3 months in a row of shows. So that was really good to view from the stands. As I was.
Liam Lacey that show too.
Yeah, a big show for you.
Yeah. He did eliminate me. I mean, a Rumble, anyone can win a Rumble,
Oh, yeah. I could have won it.
Yes, true.
So all the eliminations are actually here. So you eliminated Kilrog, Doomslayer, Mike Murphy, Eddie Jones, Aaron Lynch. I think that's all of them. Yeah. So it's still.
Yeah, I mean, it got pretty crowded out there for a bit, so
you had to empty it out a little bit. Yeah.
You've got to try and pace yourself near the end. 42-minute match. Like.
Yeah. So what's in the future for Dominic and I? Like, we're not aware of what if you've got a match on the next show at this stage. Do you have anybody that in particular? Is there any let's think TCW regulars? Is there anybody that you want to face first, and then go a bit broader, like interstate wrestlers? Is there anybody that you'd have on your list that you'd?
Well, I don't know the exact amount of matches I've had there, but as I've said, haven't been pinned or submitted. I haven't had one championship match yet. Not one. So, at some point, the championships, I've got to have an opportunity, don't I? So, when that opportunity comes, I'll be taking it and I'll be getting that title. Whether it's North Esk or the Tasmania Championship. As for who to face, I mean, I know me and Dino are mates, and I like him, but I do think we could have a good match together.
Still haven't had that match yet.
No, we're fine. We don't have to. I mean, I would like to face Liam Lacey again. He's always good, fun to beat up. He does hit pretty hard though. So
Absolutely.
I'd like to face TJ Thunder again.
Yeah, I'll be take a bit more serious myself. I think I was just so excited to be out there in front of an audience and have my first ever professional wrestling match.
I have not faced Doomslayer. I don't believe.
No,
I only eliminated him from a Rumble, but he was kind of halfway out when I did it.
Yeah, he was tumbling with bloody Mike Murphy.
Yeah,
those two
always give him away.
Those two just never bloody leave each other alone.
No.
Yeah.
I guess somebody's got to give Mike Murphy attention, don't they? So,
yeah.
They're like long lost lovers or something. They just can't stop. Those two.
Interstate Bearwood?
Yeah, Interstate.
Well, who can we get down? That's the question. Who wants to come down and face me?
If you could pick. If it didn't come down to the.
I did just beat
Sinclair.
Kid Valiant.
Yeah.
and he faced Robbie Eagles.
Yeah.
So why can't I face Robbie Eagles?
Yeah.
Good question.
I mean, I think Robbie beat Kid Valiant, did he? I think so.
Yes.
So I don't see why I can't beat him.
Yeah.
I mean, how big is Robbie Eagles? He's not that tall, is he?
No.
No.
He's only a junior heavyweight. Oh,
Yeah.
he's fine. I'll take him.
What's a big guy that you'd like to take on? What about
Big guy.
you know, like a Jonah?
Well, Jonah is around Australia now, isn't he?
Yeah.
So
Yeah, right now he is.
Maybe you should turn up at WSW or
Wrestle Rampage.
Renegades of Wrestling. Don't they have their debut show tonight? Actually, you're gonna get on the plane go over to Collingwood tonight.
Collingwood. Jeez, hopefully you make it out alive.
I'm not sure I'll make it there in time. But the people
Renegades
watching
of
this
Wrestling,
people watching this don't know when it was recorded, so they don't know if it's true.
Yeah. MCW 2.0.
Or is this live?
Renegades of
Is this
Wrestling,
live?
whatever it's called. Is that
Live
called?
premiere.
I think so.
Yeah. Do I need to edit that out? Oh.
I don't have any opinion in the matter.
Yeah, okay. Right.
Right.
Yeah.
So,
That's it all? Was there any more questions?
We've got some cricket in your background in sports here. Like, how does
cricket?
cricket help in coming into your wrestling ability?
Reflexes.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
You've got to be, the balls, especially when you stand in the slips, because the ball's coming pretty fast, out of the bowler's hand. The batsman sometimes struggle to see it, and when it hits the edge of the bat, it could go either way. You've got to be ready all the time, every time it comes there. So.
You think that cricket background helped you see Kid Valiant flying at you, and then he hit the claymore?
Yeah, maybe. Yeah.
Those reflexes.
And getting runs, stopping, starting, going back and forwards. That's sort of like it's going to help out.
Suicide sprints, essentially.
Yeah. Well, you only do like a couple, and then you stop.
Yeah, I suppose you can only go until the ball comes back.
Maybe if the other team's got really bad fielders, you can get a bit more.
Yeah. Well, sometimes when you're a non-striker and the other batsman on the other end hits a three, then you got to run a three, and then he hits another three, and you got to run. It gets a bit frustrating, but that's how it works.
Yeah.
All right, I think we might be done here, unless there's anything that you want to bring up.
Anything you're looking forward to?
Anybody you want to address down the camera?
Not this time.
No.
Oh man, Mike Murphy, get better.
We can all agree, Mike Murphy, get better.
Get well soon. He's not sick. We just mean get better as a wrestler.
Yeah, absolutely.
He'll get there.
Okay. All right, a lot of potential. A lot of potential in that 38-year-old body. He's going to get there.
Yeah, he will one day. Young wrestler.
I thought he was younger than that, but good.
No, he's the oldest person at TCW.
Okay.
I'm the second oldest. And you're deceptively older than I thought as well. How old are you again?
29.
29.
Right. Turning 30 this year.
Yeah, I remember thinking that you were like 24 or something.
Well, I appreciate it.
Like last year. I was like, what?
Yeah, I don't feel 29.
No.
Maybe my left knee does sometimes, but that's more from wrestling than it is from age.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Fair enough.
All right, then. It's time to end the show. How do you normally do this? Obviously, this was the first time I've ever been on this podcast. I feel like I've hijacked and just talked over you, Itchee.
Oh, look, it's been good to have you. We usually end this. I usually have another referee to do this, but I'm sure I can do it.
Whatever happened to Benny the ref anyway? Did he retired or something?
He's off on his indefinite honeymoon.
Yeah, okay.
Whoever he proposed to. So yeah.
Maybe he's reffing over Victoria or something.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah. Maybe they pay more.
He's reffing that farm in the sky. Yeah.
Right, so get to TCW Reckoning. Let's find out what that is. I can't remember. It's in June.
18th.
18th of June. Get down to Elephant Sports Centre, TCW Reckoning. Eddie Jones and Mr. Sinclair versus JJ Storm and Dylan Daniels.
There will be a preview show before then. This is just the recap from the last one, but you'll see us again. I don't know if Dominic Knight will be here. I don't know if I'll be here. I don't know if you'll be here. Something's going to happen.
Yeah. Ring the bell, ref.
It'll just be my...